Okay. All right, so this is computer class, and I'm making my second attempt to do this. I tried it once. Look at that, it's still trying to show up, so I'm going to make that disappear. Let me show you what you're supposed to do today for computer. It's right here. You're supposed to write a 1 to 3 paragraph report on your findings in your spreadsheet. You did a survey, I believe. You put all that information in a spreadsheet. Then you made a graph. And now I want you to use that graph and that data to write a 1 to 3 paragraph report. Here's what the report should sort of look like. Hang on. It should look sort of like this. And I'll go over each piece of it in a second. Let me show you the pieces. First thing you should put in your report is telling what you should tell what you did and why you did it. Okay? So here's mine. And by the way, this should be centered. And don't ask me why, but it's not working very good. Let me just do this over. Center it. There we go. Still doesn't look right. Any guesses as to why? Something's not working right. Center. Okay, don't know what the problem is. I'll let you guys figure that out later. So center your title and your name, and then tell what you did and why. Here's what I did. In Mr. Schwann's computer class, we are working on a final project. The assignment, this is the why part, was to do a survey to ask our classmates about something favorite. I surveyed my classmates and asked them what was their favorite sport. Okay, so that's what I did. And why did I do it? Because it was an assignment. Okay, so that's a simple way of saying it. And then I went on, after my classmates responded to my survey, which I did in Google Docs, I counted the results and put them into an OpenOffice spreadsheet. Total all the sports, and then put those into the spreadsheet. And then I made a graph. Okay, so that's kind of my what I did and why. The what is mostly there, but the why is because it's a final project and Mr. Schwann gave it to us as an assignment. Okay, now if you really want to be elaborate, you can say I did this because I wanted to learn something about OpenOffice and Google Documents and spreadsheets and all that. You could add that in there too. Okay, so that's the answer to number 1. Telling what you did and why. And you can see I wrote quite a bit on that. All right, and then the second thing is tell what you found. Share your data. Okay? And what I found, where is it? My results, here we go. My results included 8 students, and I did a little extra math with my calculator. I calculated that was 35% of my total response. 8 students, 35%, who liked water polo. I just made that up. 10, 43%, whose favorite sport was basketball. And 5, 21%, who enjoyed baseball. Total sample size was 23, which is 100% of the group. And if you add them up, it'll only be 99, I know, because there were decimals. So you'd have to put the decimals to have it add up to exactly 100%. Okay, so that's my data right there. That's number 2. Okay, tell what you found out. Share your data. Okay, can you hold your questions to the end? Okay, and then number 3, tell what you think about what you found out, and come to a conclusion or make a conclusion. I think, and that's the easiest way to start that section. I think it's amazing that almost half the students in my class liked basketball best. 43% is almost half. I was surprised that water polo didn't come in first place. In fact, I was shocked that it only received 35% of the votes. In conclusion, I found this project interesting and informative, and I know that I'll always remember it. That sounded pretty juicy, didn't it? Okay. So that's number 3, telling what you think about what you found out. And then you have to include your graph in your paragraph. And the way you do that, let me just show you that real quick, is you go to your graph, it's just right here, and you can thank Alexander who showed us how to do this. We could not get it to work that you could click on it unless we clicked on cell A1 first. Not sure why. And then we clicked on the graph. And you see how you get the little handles in there? Right there. Once you see the little handles, then you can right-click and copy. And then go back to your paragraph. And go down into the paragraph someplace. I picked like right here, right after my title. And then just right-click again and paste. And the paragraph shows up in the middle. And then if you come up to the top right here, let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Right here, it's called Wrap Through. Watch what happens when I click on that. Then the words all wrap around my paragraph. And then I can move this over to the right-hand side, right up to the edge of your margin. And everything will wrap around it. Except I think that's wrong because it cut off. Yeah, maybe it's this one. Page wrap, sorry. Yeah, page wrap. So it's this one, not the other one. If you do it like this, it'll show up that way, but you want it to go like that. So use the middle one, page wrap. Okay, thanks, Alyssa. Okay, and then it just kind of wraps it around. And kind of use the upper right-hand corner as your spot to put it in. Okay, so that's basically what you do. I'll send you this document so you can use it as a sample. Do you have any questions? Yeah.
I don't know if this is right, but can I read what I have so far?
I'll check yours personally. Any questions generally, just as to what you're supposed to get accomplished today?
You know when you put like the percentages on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
It only, because when I did the math, it only came up like 80-something, like 97%. It's not 100.
Right, and the only way you're going to get it to come up to 100% is if you use the decimal. So let me quickly show you how to do that. If you open up a OpenOffice, let me get to it, an OpenOffice spreadsheet like this, and let's say you had 25 total responses, and 4 people chose one thing. So here's how you figure out what percent that is if you don't have a calculator handy. Just go to cell A1 and type equals 4. That's how many kids picked whatever. And then use the forward slash. That means divided by 25. Okay? So put the equal sign first, and then whatever number of kids picked that thing, slash, and then however many kids responded all together. And then press enter, and it gives you a decimal. If you just move the decimal point 2 places to the right, that would be 16%. Let me get some number that's not quite so smooth so you can see what happens with, say, 5, well, that's too smooth. That's 6 out of 25. Enter. Well, that doesn't work out so good.
What about 17?
All right. I'm trying to get an oddball number so you can get a decimal. Now this is rounding it already, it looks like. If you get decimal point or numbers after that, like 0.6832, that would be 68.32%. Just move the decimal point 2 places to the right and call it percent. Okay? What's that? All you're doing when you do that is you're taking your, let's say it's 0.68323. Okay? Let's say that's the result you got. All right? Let me make this bigger so you can see it. So let's say that's your result. You take the decimal point and move it over to 2 places to the right. So it would be 68.32%. 68.323. And you can just round it off, 68.3%. Like that. That's for each of your totals. You figure out what percent they are of the total pie. Okay? Like right here, this little slice right here. Maybe I had 25 people respond, and that's just one person. One person said they liked cappuccino. So that'd be 1 out of 25. Okay? So you would have to use your calculator or your spreadsheet, and you would say equals 1/25. 1 out of 25 is 4%. Okay? How many of you get this? Okay, look around, see who gets this, so you can ask a friend if you get stuck. Okay? This is a math thing, so you have to just figure it out. All right, let me stop my recording. And that should do that.